Hi, everybody. My name's Teena, and I'm with the United Way Serving Howard and Tipton County's Real Man Read program. In honor of Children's Book Week, I wanted to share one of my family's favorite stories with you guys today. It's one that we've read over and over, especially it makes a good bedtime story, and it's super silly. So I hope you enjoy it. We've got Stretchy McHandsome by Judy Schachner. The McHandsome clan was lively and large. They lived in a box with no one in charge. There was Fergus, McDougal, Benny and Roy, Rue, Jamie, Callie, and Joy. And then there was Stretchy, the butterscotch boy. I like him. He's very handsome. Now, Stretchy was different in more ways than one. He was stretchy and handsome, a soft bundle of fun. He's got lots of different moves, like the drop and plop, the what, the snaky, the doodat, the tube sock, and my favorite, the Mr. Twister. He was Tom of the Tumble Club, Lord of the Fleas, cuckoo on catnip, a hugger of trees. One eye was blue, the other was green, and around his dear neck hung a stinky sardine. Do you know any cats that wear stinky sardines around their necks? I don't. But it wasn't always easy to be the baby of a brood of rough, tough, feral puffs, cantankerous and rude. There were many disagreements over food and where to sleep, and Stretchy always landed at the bottom of the heap. So was it any wonder that Stretchy hatched a plan to take a small vacation from the wild McHandsome clan? His brothers and his sisters all agreed that he should go, and gave him a good lickin' from his head down to his toe. Then after a tasty breakfast of fishy bones and rocks, our butterscotch boy sprang out of the family box. The first thing he did, which to some could be frightening, was dash down the street like butterscotch lightning. He jumped into a fountain, splashed round and round, and scratched 200 stretchy marks all over town. The freewheeling kitty made a stop at the zoo for an ear-splitting roar from a cousin or two. But the tigers thought Stretchy smelled just like dessert, so the butterscotch boy hid under a skirt. Until, that is, he spotted a mouse, which he chased down a path and into a house, where a hungry old woman, most pleased with her guest, attempted to eat the sardine on his chest. Oh my goodness. Stretchy escaped with his tail all akimbo to soak up the sun in an old bookstore window. On the sidewalk outside, all squeezed in betweeny, was a lass named McBright, a real sweet human beanie. She had unusual looks, wore the ears of a kitten, and around her wee neck hung a wild woolly mitten. Do you notice anything unusual about Beanie? I think there's something there. When Beanie saw Stretchy, it was love at first sight. She raced into the store and squeezed the cat tight. She ruffled his whiskers and butterscotch fur. He replied with a nip, a lick, and a purr. In a matter of minutes, the pair were both smitten. They traded two things, his sardine for her mitten. If somebody gave you a stinky sardine, what do you think you'd do with it? Have you ever thought about that? I don't know. Let's see what happens. And then what came next was so utterly fetching. Without breathing a word, they both started stretching. Look at that. At the very same time, back at the box, McDougal found Stretchy's collection of rocks. It made them all wonder where Stretchy was at, 'cause it's scary out there for a wandering cat. Then every McHandsome handsomely hissed as they set off in search of the brother they missed. Fergus found a tiny poop. Callie met the cousins. Benny spied a stretchy mark. Rue discovered dozens. McDougal met a tired mouse. Jamie made a wish when Roy and Joy picked up the scent of a very stinky fish. A tiny bit later, a girl and a cat were riding a seesaw and having a chat. While 2 streets away, 8 noses were seen, sniffing the air for a stinky sardine. By late afternoon, the girl and her kitten had fallen asleep with a fish and a mitten. But when they woke up from taking their nap, Beanie McBride had 9 cats on her lap. It's a lot of cats. Of course, there was Fergus, McDougal, Benny and Roy, Rue, Jamie, Callie and Joy. And don't forget Stretchy, the butterscotch boy. Can you find Stretchy in all that kitty mess? Now, the McHandsome clan was still lively and large when they all took a vote to put Beanie in charge. So the brothers and sisters did something quite hard. They lugged their old box into Beanie's backyard. She says, "Come to Mama." Now, here is the kicker, so don't flip your lids, because Beanie McBride was just one of 9 kids. Well, there was Jordy, Tiny, achoo, Coco and Earl, Quentin, Finny, Pickles, and Pearl. And don't forget Beanie, Stretchy's wild, woolly girl. Oh. This book makes me smile every time I read it, and today is no exception. One thing that doesn't make me smile is the fact that our story is over. But I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed reading to you. Now, before I go, I want to make sure, and because this week is Children's Book Week, I want to thank everybody who's participated in the United Way challenges that we put forth. I want to thank all of our guest readers for taking the time to read some awesome stories and share them with us. And I want to thank the United Way's Real Men Read Committee volunteers for their hard work planning this celebration. Thank you guys for joining me, and have a good weekend.